Good evening. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Well, just after, but back with Where the Owls Sleep. How's it going, Stocks? Good weekend? Or I'm not sure if that's a very good question for you this weekend, but
Um, Ignoring that, it's not been too bad. Just the 6 games of football watched this weekend.
nice, nice. Good to have the Premier League back, I must say. Well, for some of us. But
Yeah,
again, we have a full house. We have a special guest coming later. So for those that have joined, for the guest that is Jordan Archer, we're looking to start running that out about 9:30 when he arrives. So stay tuned. He will be here soon. But the rest of the boys are here. How's it going? We'll work from top to bottom. Samir, you're at the top. You're the only one that got a win this weekend. How fitting. How's it going?
All good, man. All good. Yeah, I've had a few tonight.
Uh,
Beating Man United ain't easy, but yeah, I'm very, very happy. Looking forward to tonight, man.
Hey, everybody's allowed victory drinks after a win, especially
Oh,
away from home, first day of the season. So
there we go. There we go.
it's got to be,
Yeah.
can't complain. John, how's it going, sir? You good?
Yeah, good, thank you. Had a nice little trip today, nice little visit to Portman Road, which overall was quite satisfied with what we got from it, considering. So, yeah, no, yeah, been a good weekend, man. Nice to get out to a league game, which
Nice,
is
nice.
something I couldn't say often last season. So,
It's good. It's always good to get to games. Another man that got to a game, part of the draw club this week as well, Jack.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
all right?
all good. Yeah, it's not a loss, is it? So
Yeah. Got to take them
I'm
draws when they
joking. I'm
come
obviously
sometimes.
raging. I'm obviously raging. Fuck him. We should have got 3 points. But yeah, all good.
Greedy. You're so greedy.
Yeah, it's all right. You can say that because you've got 3 in the bag, haven't you? So.
Yeah, but everyone else got a draw. So why are you not happy? But everyone else is
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't say I was happy with my draw. Let's not do that.
you lot are okay. Like Jack is
Every-
human, like he lost.
Everyone else.
Yeah. No, I was fully raging come 2:30 on yesterday. I was not happy. I was raging. It took me a good half hour to come to terms with the fact it was actually a good point, but we should have won.
Yeah.
And like Jack, I was very annoyed at the time, but I did manage to calm myself down in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. The Prem is back. Prem is back. Most of the games kind of went as expected, I suppose. I suppose we should start first off at the top. Liverpool, Bournemouth, 4-2. Did anybody actually catch a bit of this before I go on to it? Samir, you're going to be big screen for a sec, but I'm just changing something around.
Of course, I watched that game.
yeah, I watched it.
Of course,
What did you think?
I thought.
What did you think?
Oh my days! I just thought from the off, I thought Liverpool was going to dominate this and win the whole thing. But Bournemouth came back, and I'm just like, oh, and like that's with what everyone must have thought. Liverpool's forward line was excellent, but obviously their back line was just horrible. As you can tell, they came back 2-2. But yeah, to get the result in the end is just such a. I wouldn't even say a Liverpool thing. I would say it's an Anfield thing. It's just like, yeah, you ain't going there and coming back and winning. You're it's either a draw or a loss. And yeah, I thought it was a good game of football, to be fair. I won't lie to you. A good way to kick off the Premier League.
Well, not totally.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, it was a decent start. I actually thought
otherwise.
I thought Liverpool looked shaky massively at the back. To be honest, the more and more I watch them, the more I worry about them getting shredded to pieces. Well, I don't worry about it, but the more I think that teams that play on transition and defend well will beat them.
I personally thought that was them last year as well.
Nah, they had a much more solid base about them last year. Now their base just doesn't look to be there. So sort of like Newcastle, not last season, the season before we put Tonali in the six. Once you get past their midfield, you're just in on the back four, and it's so easy to do it. It's one pass, does it?
Yeah.
Like if you imagine Van Dijk got injured on exactly
Yeah.
what you've described in that scenario. If Van Dijk got injured, that scenario, they'd be fucked.
100%.
They would, wouldn't they, though? Like, Van Dijk is like 1.5 players for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he perfect?
Those balls through, he reads. And like I said it when, in the League Cup, sorry, in the Charity Shield, like, I just think that foul that, I know it's Charity Shield and I know it doesn't mean much, and I know I said it last week, but that foul that Van Dijk, just that trip, is just so un-Van Dijk. Like, it just doesn't, he never does those fouls, ever.
It's
1
point. Sorry, go. Jack.
No, it just feels like if he's doing that, then they must be under a lot more pressure. I know it's a Charity Shield, and I was actually sat there watching this game feeling a bit smug, probably a bit like you were, Mitch, feeling a bit smug, thinking, I thought this would happen. And it almost exactly happened how I thought it would. And then it just had a bit too much for them at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, that is exactly where I was sat. I was like, I've been telling everybody this, that they're easy to get out on transition. And both goals were on the transition. And I can see that happening over and over and over again this season. I'm actually quite... Yeah, I'm licking my lips for next Monday. I think we tear them to shreds if they play like that.
It's interesting. I mean, I think 4-2 massively flattered them. It's like you said, Jack, about like Van Dijk almost being 1.5 players. To be fair, on Friday night, he kind of had to almost be 2 just because of how bad Konate looked at points.
Yeah, oh my
and they looked like they were massively exposed to a degree where, like, because of the way they're now choosing to play, they didn't face this sort of threat last season, and a lot more was coming through that way than would normally. And I thought Semenyo particularly did a great job of it, in spite of all the things that happened in the first half involving him. But they look very susceptible to like a bit of pace on the break, like you say. So be interesting when that front three at Newcastle might end up putting out on Monday week. So
John, what you said about how they didn't have it last year, it's the same like front line with Bournemouth, no?
No.
I more meant like as in I think the way that the game was played in front of that 4, it was a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It was a little bit different. I think the way they're playing now is leaving them a little bit more exposed.
I get what you're saying, but I kind of saw this last year, and I just thought with Liverpool they pretty much got lucky because the attack actually got them out of trouble. But I saw this last season as well. It's pretty much similar. No, I saw the same Van Dijk last season. I saw the same Konate last season. It weren't like far off. I weren't surprised by it compared to how everyone else was.
I think the thing you're missing here, Samir, is the midfield is now set up differently. If you play Wirtz in the midfield, you've got one player who isn't going to contribute in the transition going towards your own goal. Whereas last season, it would have been Gravenberch, McAllister and Schloboslai that all work both ways. So you've got one less player tracking. You've got two fullbacks that are constantly gone.
Bombing,
as much as the other 2 fullbacks pushed on, Trent would invert and also play a little bit of a midfield role. They don't do that anymore. It's literally one pass and you're in at Van Dijk and Konate.
I've actually forgot about that. The fact that they actually playing with another 10 this season. And we said that from the beginning, that could actually change a lot of things for Liverpool. And yeah, Mitch, you're totally right with that. Like their midfield, because like I'm saying, for years they played with a flat 3 in midfield. It wasn't even like they had like a number 10 or a DM, I'd say. But it's just like almost a flat 3.
3 is basically not to disrespect the players in there, but they were always more water carriers, like good footballers, but they never had what you would call an elite midfield. They covered loads of ground to let the rest of the players play. And now they've gone away from that because they haven't flooded their area so much. And this is what I said. I said this midway through last season. This is not Arne Slot's Liverpool yet. And Liverpool fans need to be careful because when it gets to that point, it might not work.
Yeah.
Although they won 4-2, they're champions. We've slated them. We've kind of got to talk about a little bit of a positive. One that annoys me massively. This guy. Looks lively. Looks a player.
Yeah.
Looks a very, very good player. I thought he was slightly fortunate with his goal, but some of his link-up play and some of his link-up play and some of his touches And the goal that he scored in the Community Shield was fantastic. I think they have properly got a player on their hands. Obviously, he won't do it week in, week out because he's still quite young and he still needs to be refined a bit. But I can see exactly why Newcastle were going to drop massive money on him as well.
Yeah, his link-up play was good, very good. But I'm assuming we're gonna get onto our player at the end, where his link-up play was good, but it weren't like obviously he didn't get an assist or something.
Are we talking about IKEA Hoyland?
Who?
IKEA Hoyland.
Oh gosh, here we go. See what I mean?
Is that what we're talking about?
We would have been calling him IKEA Holland if he weren't for that little luck he got, like to get through and score a goal. Oh, nah, yeah.
It was disgustingly lucky.
It was.
It was very lucky. It was very lucky.
That's what I'm saying. And if everyone are going off by that's what happens in it. A striker needs a goal, and then we're calling them the best in the world. That's it.
But I'm not calling him the best in the world. All I'm saying is I can see why Liverpool has spent the money and why Newcastle wanted to spend the money. Because roll back 2 years when we signed Isak, you're looking at a very similar level of performance for Ekitike right now. And if you can grow him in a similar way in 18 months, a year's time, he's going to be pretty special.
Yeah, but imagine he had to go to let's say St James's Park. Imagine he had to go to St James's Park first game of the season. Imagine he had to go to Old Trafford first game of the season. Imagine
he has to go to St James's Park Monday.
I know he will, but I'm just saying, like first game of the season though. Imagine he had to go Old Trafford first game of the season. Like this is what's not adding up. Like Bournemouth have lost their whole back four. The whole back four, no, the whole back four. And they're playing at home at Anfield. I'm just thinking all of this is just adding up well for him. But I feel like in the only other game, if he had a big game in the first game of the season, I don't know if we're looking at him like that.
We'll see. I personally think the signs are good. I would say that you're drinking a bit of haterade on that one at the minute. To be honest,
no, it's not even hater. It's not even hater, man. I know what's gonna come for me later. That's what I'm saying. I know what's coming for me later.
Nah. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Right, let's roll into the next game. Next game. The other team that most people have got down as, well, one of the other teams people have got down as strong favourites for the title. Man City went to Wolves. Comfortable 4-0 win, really. Although first half hour, they didn't look amazing. Come the end, it was pretty comprehensive.
Do you know, that first 20 minutes or so, there was an element of that Club World Cup sort of hangover about them. It was quite sloppy in places. Yeah. I don't know if I was the only one that thought that, but like I didn't realise they were going to go on to be as convincing as they were in the next 70 because they were comfortable, weren't they? Very comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think the key to it was Reinders found his feet in the game, and all of a sudden he just took that by the scruff of the neck.
I think it's fairly obvious that Reinders is going to be the highest owned FPL player, fantasy FPL player this year.
What, in midfield?
Yeah, 5.5 million. I bet he'll be in 70% of teams in a few weeks' time.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I reckon 70% of the teams made the change at full time.
Yeah, based on what commentary said he scored like 16 goals last year. I was like, wait, what? He scored
5.5 million.
Oh, hell.
See, this is where it's frustrating. I just feel like anyone that had him from the first week, you should get, I don't know, some sort of prize, a scarf, some sort of credit. Almost like a scout, free tickets to a game. I don't know. 10
I'm guessing. I'm taking a slight guess here, Jack. Did you have him in your team this week?
Yeah, day after he signed, mate. No, because at 5.5 million, and he looks like he's going to start every game for City. That's the difference, isn't it? Because you sometimes could get like value with City, but Pep Roulette, isn't it? But I think
that is it.
He's going to start every week for them.
I thought he was a bit more advanced. He was a bit more box to box than I assumed. I've seen him play like a lot deeper previously, and he was really up and down breaking the box. I didn't expect that. And that scoop,
that pass was unbelievable pass, to be fair. And I have to fully agree with that. That is the only reason I didn't even consider him because I thought they'd play a traditional kind of double pivot where he didn't get forward anywhere near as much as he did.
Oh, you didn't have him? Sorry. Really?
I haven't got him.
Oh, gosh, right. Sorry, I assumed everyone did. Right, sorry.
No, I don't.
Oh, right. Right.
In fact, Jack, I am pretty sure you knew 100% that I didn't have him.
No. You think me? You think I'm that bitter?
You lined that one up perfectly.
No, what's even mad? So I listened to part of it on the radio, and because it obviously wasn't the Sky, so the commentator had said, so they've only played one half of football since the Club World Cup. So they've had one pre-season friendly, and Pep changed the entire 11 at half-time. So each, they got 45 minutes each. So they've gone from the Club World Cup, 45 minutes of football, Palermo away last week, and then straight into, for 60% of that looking Rolls Royce-ish. Like, scary, that, innit?
Really?
Shaqiri
And your first team to face the season is a depleted Wolves team. Oh, wow.
Are you going to do this for every game?
I'm going to do this for every single game.
What would you be happy with?
Who
the hell did Wolves sign this season?
8-0 win? 9-0 win? 10?
I'm sorry,
15?
but they've lost Cunha, but who have they replaced him with? And no one.
John Arias.
Like, literally no one. Who?
John Arias. The guy we spoke about before the Club World Cup as one of the key players for Fluminense.
Sorry, I watched that game, but
that's literally not going to work here, Samir, because we know who he is and we spoke about him.
I'm gonna question this, but did he start? Because I don't remember.
No, he came on.
No, he actually came off the bench.
Okay, let's go. Let's just start there then. I don't like this, man. I don't like this bragging stuff against Wolves, who had absolutely nobody. But oh wow, like Wolves could have had a couple as well before. If we went for that idiot,
they could have done. But Samir, you've just put down Wolves and you've put down Bournemouth. Remember, I know Man United is still the name of the team, yeah, but they did finish 15th last season.
Yeah.
So maybe deflate the chest ever so slightly, and they could have easily beat you. So let's not do this.
We'll get to us, but
we'll get to you. But you can't do this for every game where you put them down over something.
No, but let's be real. Man United are not getting relegated, but Wolves and Bournemouth are two contenders. Let's be real. Sitting right here, we're gonna be real. They are two contenders of being relegated. Yes or no?
Potentially.
There we go.
Potentially, yeah.
I don't see them getting any better than this, so I could see them two going down.
I don't see how much longer Pereira's going to get away with being down the pub after every game as well. If he gets more and more performances like that, it's like that's going to blow up in his face at some point.
That just never lasts anyway, though, does it?
No, honestly, that Wolves team was shocking. Like defensively, right, and Bournemouth as well. It's almost like, hey guys, have a shot. Like I watched both games. It's like, hey, shoot, here you go. Like you don't get that with many teams here. So that's what I was talking
about.
Yeah, no.
You didn't watch the Bournemouth game. Every single time they were just like, "Here's Salah, have a shot." You didn't watch that.
What you saying? Wolves just let Man City walk them in? Behave.
I was talking more Bournemouth. I was talking more Bournemouth.
I would say that's even more scandalous.
Oh, sorry? You didn't watch that game? Oh my days! The way Liverpool just walked through and said, "And I'm going to take a shot here. Can you just move out the way?" And they shot. You didn't. Oh, you obviously didn't watch the game. You didn't watch the game.
You're crazy, man. I swear, honestly, you're crazy.
I was sitting there. They were like, "Oh yeah, here you go. Whoever was shooting, just have a shot. Just have a shot." Like the defense was for that.
Right, then let's go on to Man United versus Stoke.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Should we talk about this amazing set piece that Sky Sports were sucking off when it was literally just a corner put onto the goalie's head?
Keeper probably wants to trust himself punching it, sort of thing, Like,
exactly. The goalie that's conceded straight from a corner before. Let's just drop it on his head from the first corner and see what happens. And you scored.
I get it.
You like to get a set piece job, the Emirates.
No, but still, it's still Old Trafford though. Like, let's not compare it. Like, you'd rather go to Wolves and face Wolves away than going to Old Trafford any day of the week.
Last few seasons, for me personally,
it doesn't matter what
comfortably at Old Trafford. It does.
It doesn't matter what season
It does.
Like,
You've got to look at. You've got.
How many times have you Newcastle beat United at Old Trafford in the last God knows?
Did it in December, didn't they?
If you want to speak the last three, yeah,
that was it. And they've been shit for the last 5 years.
We've beat them. I think it's 4 times out of 5 at Old Trafford.
Sorry, I didn't know about that.
You're acting like we haven't been beating Man United since the takeover.
I thought there was a few draws and shit
whereas we always have a difficult game at Wolves. So I would have rather have had Man United away than Aston Villa away first game of the season. How about that?
I would have as well, but still, for us personally, it's just Old Trafford is just not our stadium at all. Even when they're shit, we've beaten twice now, and that's once including lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if you ever won the league.
Yeah. So, fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay, wait there, one sec.
Yeah.
Well, now that Samir's finished his hating, I thought Man
I
United.
wasn't even hating. I'm just saying, I'm sick and tired of these teams. Like, if we beat Wolves away, no one would look at us and be like, "Oh shit, yeah, look at them, they're so good." Like, nah.
Because of behaviour like this, Samir. That's why we all hate Arsenal.
Oh my days! Look at Turkey. Oh my! Are you being serious?
I didn't get a chance to talk about him because you kept talking about bloody Arsenal.
No, because I'm sick of it. I'm actually sick of it. Like, they're getting relegated. All right, okay. I'm 100% sure they're getting relegated.
All right, Samir, let's talk through the performance then. Yeah, we know you won 1-0, which is well played at Old Trafford. But are you not worried about the signs? Because they were much the better team.
Yeah.
Like, literally much the better team.
Yeah, very worried. To a point where... No, but at the same time, I just look at us and feel like, we just need to find, like, our groove of things. Like, get the formation right, get whoever's playing together week in, week out, right, then like, if you had looked at our wing backs, I don't think you would have gotten into that game thinking Ben White and Calafiori was going to start. Our main starters would have been Lewis Skelly and Timber. That's our main wing back, so that's a start. And I'm tired of having Saka and Martinelli on as our wingers. And it's been like this for the last 5 years. We need to fucking move on from that. Not Saka too much, but Martinelli. We need a stronger, much more stronger left winger. Then yeah. But like I just look at us and I just feel like we're not complete. But to get a win still at Man United, like with that stat, looking at it the way it is, to get a win still just tells me we're still strong enough, but we need 1 or 2 more. And then
you know what? That confuses me completely, because of all of the teams that you would say are in a title race, you're the most settled by a country mile. And the other teams have kind of clicked into their groove after a shaky half an hour, 60 minutes. They've clicked into a groove and they've looked decent going forward. Whereas you're saying you need to hit your groove, but nothing's really changed. You've just added Gyökeres. So why are you the only team that challenged you for the title that didn't find their groove at all this weekend going forward?
Personally, for me, I feel like everyone this weekend, like top teams wise, I don't think like we've all really found our grooves. Like
Both City and Liverpool scored 4 goals.
Oh gosh, Liverpool though. Let's be real. City,
but they scored 4 goals regardless of who they played.
I know,
both teams scored 4 goals, which isn't something you like. No matter who you're playing, that's a difficult thing to do in the Premier League.
If Liverpool, it weren't really like settled. Let's be real. Come on, they were 2-0 up and then came back 2-2. It's just one of them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, attacking wise, you could see the rhythm. You could see what they were trying to do, and they looked good at times going forward. Whereas I would say Arsenal today didn't at any point look good going forward, and actually looked a little bit shaky at the back at times as well.
Yeah, but
your goalie got man of the match.
Are you going to tell me from the first game of the season, like from the first week of the season, you can tell me who the Premier League winner is going to be?
You can't. But
that's what I'm saying.
I would still predict Man City, but the amount of points you have to win, the amount of points you have to get to win the Premier League, it's not wait till game 10 and see where we are anymore.
Yeah, but we got.
It's literally from the off. Yeah, but if you're not playing well, you won't keep getting 3 points. That's the thing. You have to be at it from the off. Because as soon as you start dropping points, you're off the pace. And once you're off the pace, it's very difficult to catch up in today's Premier League.
How are we off the pace if we got our 3 points? Like,
if you can you listen to the full sentence instead of part of it? Because I said once you start dropping points, you're off the pace. So if you're not playing well, you have to be playing well from the start of these seasons to want to win the league. Because if you do drop off at any point, you're already ticking off games. So if you want to win the league, you can only really drop points in 5 or 6 games. If you don't play well early and you do that early, you're going up a massive hill from there.
Like I'm gonna go there. But Liverpool had one. Well, so they won their first game of the season, but lost against Nottingham Forest. The season, I mean the game after, and I'm sure they only won 1-0. The game, the first game of the season, and they lost to Nottingham Forest in the second game, and went on to win the league. So, like, I don't want to be like any similar to that. I'd rather go the whole season undefeated again, and and do that same route. But I'm just saying, with Liverpool, they didn't have a good start to the season, and you looked at them and thought, oh, you know what? Like, as soon as City was like City didn't look good at the start of the season, you thought, oh shit, Arsenal are gonna go the whole way through. But then Liverpool ended up grabbing that at the end of the season. So I don't like
what you're saying doesn't correlate to what I said whatsoever. Liverpool went away to Ipswich first game of the season, won 2-0, and had 14 shots, and were the better team. So they played well. They just didn't get the result that they really would have wanted to get.
And wait, they had.
But you're not listening to me. What I'm saying is they actually played well. Today you didn't, and you got lucky to win.
Against who was it? Ipswich. Did they play well? I don't remember too much of that. Hearing from Liverpool fans.
I've just looked at the stats, Amir. Ipswich had 3 shots. Liverpool had 14 on target. 14 on target, Samir.
Yeah, but were Liverpool fans convinced like that? Were they like, oh shit, we're gonna go?
Any team that has 14 shots on target in any game of football
against Ipswich, I want 25. Against the promoted team, I want 25.
It's actually getting boring, but
it's quite low.
I mean, in fairness to me, I feel like bringing it back to a more serious note, you can take a crumb of comfort from the idea that you dropped 65 to 70 million on a centre forward, and at half time, he turned up in my fridge on the corner of a carton of semi-skimmed.
54 million. 54 million, John. 54 million.
Well, I don't know. What did you make of his performance then?
Don't try to bring it. Yeah, it was tough, man. It was one of them ones where it was just like a welcome to the Premier League. And yeah, but you know what I thought? I thought personally for me, it's like, who really goes to like Old Trafford? Like, I know what everyone looks at you, the way that everyone looks at United and stuff. But who has like a debut at like Old Trafford? Like a big game like that, Man United versus Arsenal. You saw how tight they were on him.
Wait. Can I just say something before you carry on? Isak's debut for Newcastle was against Liverpool, and he was sick, by the way.
Did he score?
Yes.
Did he score in his first game for Newcastle?
First game debut for Newcastle when we were still pretty rubbish. He scored at Anfield.
Oh, good for you.
Remember, this is your striker that scored 100 goals in 106 games. Where's the goal ratio gone, Samir?
Yeah, okay, cool. Where's the second, your first game of the season?
Cool. Right. Jordan's arrived, so we're going to welcome Jordan to the show. How's it going, bro? Thank you for coming on. Good to see you, man.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, very well. As you've probably heard briefly there, Samir's on smoke already.
No, because I didn't like it. They're going into my striker, Jordan, man. They're going into my striker.
Right, we're going to do 2 more games before we rock in, because we've got a couple of non-Premier League clubs. So we're going to go with Ipswich, Southampton. John, you was at the game today. Happy with the result, performance?
I think you have to be happy with the result because I think although you can see what Still's beginning to try and do with that with this side, I still think we can't get away from the fact that last year we were very, very poor in both boxes, and to a large extent still are. I think when you look at the goal we conceded, it's amazing when you play a back three and Jack Stevens comes out of the back three looking the most assured and comfortable out of it. I think we kind of know the love-hate relationship that Saints fans tend to have with him. I think there were certain performances. I think Flynn Downs was unbelievable today. I think the ground he covered, the pressing that he did to gain his possession further up the field. I think him and Shea Charles looked fantastic together in the middle. The youngster Robinson, yeah, I think we've unearthed another one. I think at the minute it's difficult because, like I said previously, when talking about predictions for our season, we're still in that phase where you genuinely don't know what it's going to look like in 2 weeks' time and what we shake out with. I'd take. I think because you could see the progression and the ideas today. Quite happy with it as a performance. I'm not sure that come like November, December time, that will be the greatest sort of showing. Interesting one. Like I just think we've got more to offer in both boxes at the minute. Like I'm not convinced by this new signing. Quasi at the back looks very lethargic. Looks very, very casual.
He's not sold
like,
on Quasi at all.
I am not. Oh, no, I'm being polite, and I'm still trying to be optimistic because it's like a couple of games in. He to me looks very much like a guy that's programmed athletic. Like I don't know. You get a lot of players that are athletically very good, and like in terms of certain like attributes, like whether it be strength, pace. To me, this guy does not look like he's got a footballing brain. Like from what I'm watching, and it's. I mean, Mitch, given that you've played with me, you'll know that's fucking rich coming from me. But it's, it's which is fair. Not convinced. Harwood Bellis looked atrocious, which amazingly he's apparently getting links with Chelsea. Which I think while the Roy Keane dust is still on him, take him. Never seen a dude give away so much like possession like under zero pressure, and he does that. He's done that at both levels really. I think going forward, I don't know whether we should necessarily. There's obviously a reason he's playing with three at the back, but I don't know whether we're sacrificing something else up the other end of the pitch because we still look fairly toothless. And as much as Armstrong's running is great in terms of like the high press and stuff, not sure. I think once Robinson came off today, you saw like our threat going forward was pretty much nullified. But
Oh, okay. Sounds like a few tweaks, and it could be a promising season. To be fair, so
yeah,
still very interested to see how Will Steele gets on as well because
it was a good game. To be fair,
he's had a very unique route over to the English football. So very excited to see how he gets on. And then last one before we get into the spotlight.
Really? Do we have to get?
Yeah, one more.
One more. Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, first ever sober away day, so not just a bad start straight off the bat. So ever in 25 years. I know, even worse, thanks. Yeah. Stop drinking. Yeah, shy. Just same issue year after year after year. Just weak. Seeing pussies. Anytime anyone sticks it on us, just fumble. So, yeah, should have won, didn't win. Disappointing.
Okay. We won't make you delve on it too much, Jack. So we will roll straight into the spotlight.
Let's go. He went to the game now.
No, let's do it. Let's roll into it. Jordan's waiting patiently. Let's give him a proper welcome, man. Fantastic.
Hello, Jordan.
How are we doing, guys?
Oh, mate.
One. Oh,
Sam is definitely
nah, no, you're not.
Right. So this is worrying me now because Samir seems to have had a couple of bottles of wine, and he's half meant to be leading some of this because he sent me the pictures. So,
Oh, sorry, I was watching.
so you still need to be coherent here, Samir. You need to take the rant off, become coherent again. Let's do this.
Let's go.
But Jordan, early years in football, was you always a goalie? That's what I want to go with my first question.
I don't think anyone does set out to be a goalkeeper. I think it must have been about 7 or 8 when I started to go and goal. I think it was one of the soccer camps. I just went and goal for fun, and then ended up being good, and then got scouted for, I think it was Into It at the time, and then from there it just stuck.
Decent. Right, let me just do something quickly before we carry on. So for people that don't know, we're welcoming on Jordan Archer, who the two clubs that are on the picture at the minute was the starting point of it, but he's also played for Tottenham. He's had loans at Bishop Stortford, Wickham, Northampton, Millwall. He's played for Oxford, Motherwell. He's capped for Scotland as well. So everybody's excited to have him on. There's plenty of questions. So guys, when the questions come up, if they're relevant to what we're talking about at the time, go straight in. So yeah, let's just have at it. So first club scouted for Interwood, yeah. Is that Bailey's Interwood?
That was that was Trevor. That was him. And then similar time was Ridgeway. That was Dave Bricknell.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I was just messing about. You know, there was loads of soccer camps over. It was at Woodham Lodge, and there was one. What's the Sainsbury's one called? Behind Sainsbury's.
Lowell Farm. Lowell Farm.
Used to be summer camps there as well. So my mum used to just pack lunch and just send me there, and I'd be there Monday to Friday. Just enjoy it.
There's them easy ones for the school holidays. I remember those. Just take your boots and get out of the house. Right. So from Interwood, how did you kind of get out from Interwood and actually get into sort of like the more pro type of system? Because the first was the first professional move into Tottenham.
No.
Or was it?
I think.
Or was it this Charlton?
Yeah, that was around under 10s. I think it was.
Early then, very early then.
Yeah.
That's where the Sainsbury's thing comes through. There's a whole process before the Charlton one. So like,
bro, this is Samir. This is on you. You sent me pictures in order.
No.
This is the order you sent the pictures.
No, this is it. Sorry, Jordan. Continue. This is it.
Go on.
No, but I remember you saying, this is the whole Charlton one. But after
yeah. So I joined there under 10, I think it was, and then ended up getting released under 14s, I think it was, because I was small and fat, I had like little titties and that. So.
They said, "Nah, you can't be here."
The other boys were obviously a lot taller than me at the time, so they let me go. And I remember being absolutely devastated. Remember coming home crying because you're a 14-year-old kid. You're thinking, yeah, this is it. And then they just literally just said, "Nah, you're not for us." So then I kind of gave up on football a bit because I actually enjoyed cricket a lot. So I started to play cricket a bit, and then. It was funny. I must have been about 15, and I bumped into Dave Bricknell at
before that. Like what happened? Explain the whole cricket stuff. That's what we want to get to.
I'm interested in this. I didn't know you was in.
Don't skip forward. We want to hear the whole.
Sure, you're a wicket keeper.
Who's that in the picture again?
I brought Samir to one of my games, and he is quite possibly the worst cricketer you will ever see.
No, I want to talk about
me. That's what we're here for. More shots at Samir.
We brought him to one of our games of football, and he was one of the worst footballers there as well.
While we're on that point, I still remember watching Samir take the same penalty 3 times and not score it.
Mitch, let's move on. This was in the past, okay?
That game ended in a riot.
Exactly. But yeah, I remember. Yeah, Andrew. What was his name? Andrew Flintoff.
Freddie Flintoff. Yeah. So Mia sent me a picture of Freddie Flintoff. So it's a curious one. I'm wondering what the story is behind this.
Freddie Flintoff. I can't remember. I just remember getting into cricket. It was 2005 Ashes, I think it was.
He was a favourite, though.
You are?
He was a favourite, though.
Yeah, it was him and Kevin Peterson, if you guys are familiar with cricket.
Yeah.
So I used to have my little wood run bat, and I used to just love it. I used to go down to, what was that shop? That sports shop by Lloyd's Park.
Oh,
Cedric's.
Yeah.
Cedric's.
I used to be like heaven. There was like football booths, there was cricket bats, there was
at the back.
yeah, it was good. So then I gave up on football a bit, and then I just started playing cricket, and it was actually really good. I had trials at Essex when I was 15. Similar time to when I had trials on Spurs.
Did I have it? Did I have trials?
No, you never. No. So yeah, I got let go from Charlton and then bumped into Dave when I was 15 in Sainsbury's just by chance. And then he said, "You fancy coming back to playing Sunday League again?" And I was like, you know what? Yeah, like fuck it.
That's what I got to say, Jules.
That's crazy. Yeah. And then, I just went back for a couple of months, and then he's affiliated with Spurs, so he took me down for a trial at Spurs, and I ended up getting a scholarship. I think I was one of the last ones to get it, so that was literally like just out of chance, just luck, because I had completely given up. Fortune, enabled me to bump into Dave, and I went on trial. And I did well, and I got the scholarship, and that's how Spurs came about. So it was literally by chance. I speak to Samir a lot about needing luck and needing chance as well, and that was mine too.
That kind of already answers one of my questions, to be fair, because I sort of had similar-ish kind of experience. I got disillusioned with football at a certain level when I was sort of like 18, 19, and completely fell out of love with it. And I was going to say, how did you even consider getting back in? Because I got to a point where I just didn't even care anymore. I just wanted to have fun, play with friends, and enjoy playing the game. Whereas I was trying hard for 3 or 4 years to make it, and it just ended up not being fun anymore. Yeah. And that's the whole point of the game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ruthless, and even more so now, because I'm hearing kids now starting playing in academies at like 5 and 6. So it's literally ruthless, and they just see you as, not an asset yet because you're not really earning the money, but you're a potential future asset. So they're just literally just cutthroat. And when they told me I was 14 years of age, I honestly thought, this is it. I'm gonna have a career in football, and they're just like, no, sorry, that was it. And then I was like, well, so you don't have anything to fall back on at the time. So I was like, I just really can't be arsed with it. Because I was honestly traumatized, so I think that was a big part of it. And I just found my comfort in cricket, and I just pursued that instead. And then just by chance, I've just bumped into Dave
in Sainsbury's, by the way. In Sainsbury's. Are we gonna skip past that? He went to Sainsbury's with his mom.
Oh, thank God for that.
He went to Sainsbury's with his mom. What a lucky one. And Dave was like, huh? Wait a minute. Like, can we let's go back to that. On a random one, he went to Sainsbury's, and everyone knows, like, if you're from Wolfenstein, that one Sainsbury's. And they found him. He's like, get back into football. And he was good at cricket as well, by the way. He was very, very good at cricket. Like he said, he almost got scouted in cricket. And
Jordan, do you reflect on that? Do you reflect on the fact that that's just a chance, like 1 minute before, 1 minute, 5 seconds, in theory, 5 seconds before or after that moment, and that might not have happened because it's kind of a head fuck, right?
What when?
Well, when you bumped into that guy in Sainsbury's,
I honestly, when you're 15-year-old, you're not really thinking too much in depth about anything. So I just saw it as, I'll just give another crack. I obviously still enjoy football, but I did kind of give up on my pursuit because getting into academy at that sort of age and getting a scholarship, that is really the really important part at that time. And I thought I'd missed the boat. And and then I bumped into him, and I thought, to be fair, I didn't think much of it. I just thought, you know what, he's going to give me another chance. I didn't think he was going to give me a trial at Spurs at that time, because obviously he went back to his team first. But I just went back and played well, and then he was like, you know what, I'll take you down, because Spurs were training Chigwell at the time. And yeah, just took me down there, and it all took off from there. So yeah, it's massively lucky, but I don't really look back at it and think, you know, what if, because, you know, I just took it all in my stride at the time.
Yeah.
With that conversation, was it like, did he have to really, really, really sell it to you, or was it just one of those things that you just instantly went, yeah, cool? Like, how easy of a decision was it to make?
I don't think I obviously knew him before, and I got a lot of love and respect for Dave. And I wasn't really thinking about football at that point. So when he said, come down to the team, I know it's going to be something credible. So I thought, you know what, yeah, I'll just go back down there. And I just didn't expect much. I just, you know, just put my gloves back on, ready to go, and then back my ability. And then, yeah, it was just took it from there.
Yeah.
Decent. Proper sliding doors moment.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah, so what? How old would you have been when you got your scholarship at Tottenham?
That's when you finish your GCSEs, so it's like 15, 16.
15, 16.
Yeah, you skip college, and you go straight, you just go full time.
Okay, in your early 30s, yeah?
I'm 32.
32. So who else would have been in that kind of age group?
In my age group, I'm 1993. So my age group was, I'll say the obvious, was Harry Kane. You had Alex Pritchard, Ryan Fredericks. I think they're the main ones that have come through my group. And the year above, you had John Bostock, Dean Parrott. Then the year above that, you had Andros Townsend and Adam Smith and all them. So we was in a sort of under 16s, under 18s. That's a scholarship. So I was in the change room with all those sort of boys.
Thinking of that year group, like, and also making the Motherwell connection. Did you have Zane Francis Angol with you?
Zane Francis Angol, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That name rings.
Yeah,
That's a name.
yeah.
Bro, do you know what's mad? Zane played for me for like 3 or 4 games at Hayland. That's what's crazy. Yeah.
We can tell why. We can tell why.
East London football connections. They run deep.
Yeah. Crazy.
I've not heard that name in years. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is proper. But that is proper mad. You've plucked that one out of there, John. To be fair.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know it from a footballing respect. I know it from my other walk of life in teaching. So it was more did a lot to do like towards his like GCSE drama exam and stuff like that. Did a lot of work with him there.
Yeah.
But obviously then he'd have known like Shawnee and all of that lot. So
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Great guy to be fair.
yeah, absolutely.
Decent. So while at Tottenham, yeah, there was loads of loans. The reason I've pulled this picture up is because I'm curious, because you've played with some great strikers, like obviously Harry Kane's a great striker, Ivan Toney, cap for England, Dwight Gale, he's, as a Newcastle fan, he's one of my favourite strikers for the season he gave us in the Championship. So what I wanted to ask is, like, when you're in goal, shooting drills wise, is there anybody you kind of looked at and just thought today's going to be long? Having to do this drill with this guy today is just gonna be long. It might not be one of the 3 in this picture, but I'm just curious because sometimes I remember speaking to Curtis Davis years ago, and I said to him, "Look, who is it you've come up against as a striker who really gave you troubles every game?" And he turned around and said Milan Baros, and it just threw me off because it wasn't a name I expected to hear.
Yeah. Well, in terms of finishing, like finishing drills, probably the best one I've seen is that man there in the picture, Harry Kane. His finishing was like, even when it was in my sort of like under 16, 17, 18 sort of group, he was always like, you could always see he had that about him, but he wasn't physically there yet. You know, he wasn't the quickest, he wasn't the tallest, but he was technically the best, and his finishing was like, he hit the corners, but he'd hit them with power. Like some strikers, you can get to the corners because, you know, they bend it a bit, so it gives you a chance to get there. But he was hitting those corners with power. So
Let me back, Sir George. Let me back you up on what you were saying. I will never forget. Yeah, So me and Jamal asked Jordan, like this was years ago, like in his first few years in Spurs. We asked him, so Jordan, who's like the best finisher at Tottenham, and we're here. We're like, we're looking to hear for like Defoe, Cranshaw, like whoever. And he's gone to us and he's gone Harry Kane. We're like, this guy that's been like on loan to like Leicester and Leighton
Norwich,
Orient. We're
all
like,
of that.
yeah, he said Harry Kane. I was like, oh nah, just like you're just chatting a load of crap. And a few years later, we're seeing this monster in Harry Kane, and we go back to him and we say sorry every time because like, he was in training every time, and he saw and he said Harry Kane was the best finisher, and I would never, ever, ever forget that Jordan told us that ever.
Yeah, he'd be out there. Like, I know it sounds a bit cliche, but he'd be out there after training for ages, just striking balls, and yeah, it's paid off. And another one was Jermaine Defoe. He's a different type of finisher. He's like touch finish, so he's not giving the keeper a chance to set. Like all his goals were like through legs and all that sort of stuff. So his finishing was
Hit and hope.
no, it's not here.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
get out of
Hit
here.
and hope, bro.
Is that-
Hit and
was that-
hope. I keep saying it.
Shut up, man. Is that the
Yeah,
hardest
bro.
thing as the keeper?
Nah,
Is
hit
it-
and hope.
Like
Oh,
strikers
son,
taking it early before you've got set.
1,000%.
Nah,
yeah.
Like, the best finish a striker could do is the ones where they take a touch and just place it through the defender's leg, or those sort of like reverses and stuff like that. Because as a keeper, you're constantly moving, and they're obviously moving as well. So if they take a touch and a quick shot, you're still on the move. So it's very hard to get set and then make a save. So yeah, people that master that obviously.
Because I see a lot of things, like for some reason Sky and that get a lot more forensic on keepers now, don't they? And they always pick it like, say when a keeper's bouncing and he's just slightly not set, and they're straight into him, and I'm like, it always feels harsh.
I fucking hate their commentary on keepers. Fucking hate it.
Yeah,
It's
all these outfield players really slating goalkeepers. I find it harsh.
Some of the stuff is right some of the time, but the vast majority of the stuff is so far off it. And we talk about it in training the next day, and we'll say like, "Have you heard what Gary Neville or Carragher said?" or Roy Keane, and you're just like, "What the fuck?" But it's bad, because that's obviously going out to the masses, and people obviously hearing that and thinking they're experts, so they're obviously thinking what he's saying is right, and it was just like,
Yeah, that's true.
I always feel like those pundits are very heavily produced, though, like particularly with Sky. So I, to an extent, think like actually, like if you're a Neville or a Carragher, realistically, you don't know that. I think they're just being fed those lines and being told to go and make something with it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's like
Potentially.
drive like clicks and views and stuff like that. Like
100%.
like the biggest one is the near post, and I get it. Like you shouldn't get beaten near post most times, but if a striker's 6-7 yards out and he rifles it in the roof of the net, that's one of the best finishes a striker could do. I think Aguero was one of the best at it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, we Bolton against Barnsley on Saturday. We've got Teddy Sharman Lowe on loan from Chelsea.
Yeah,
and sick distribution, like genuinely mad impressive. But David McGoldrick is playing for Barnsley, and I'd love him at our place. He's 37 now. And he looked like he was wearing slippers at some points. In a bad and a good way, he was slipping over like a motherfucker. But then other times, he was just like almost a bit slow-mo. Like that's what he looked like. And he one ball over the top. They did nothing all first half. One ball over the top, and then he peeled round and beat the keeper from a mad angle. And I was just thinking, it just felt like Sharman Lowe's 20, obviously talented. You don't be on Chelsea's books, do you? England under 21s or whatever. It just felt like an old warhorse against a young 20-year-old keeper, like at the near post. But it just felt like, unfortunately, that he won't, whatever that move that he made with the 1 inch to the left or the right or whatever he thought. I think now he's in League One, he'll start to realise, like, just because he's 37 and been around, like, he can still put it through. And that's why I always think it's harsh when they say, like, beating it near post. Like, you've got to weigh up those two aspects. There's so many things to weigh up, isn't there? Like,
of course.
Someone that's had 1,000 shots in
exactly.
professional football against a keeper that's took 50. I think we've actually had 6 shots on target against us this season and conceded 5, which ain't great stats, no matter what. No matter how good your distribution
Gavin Bazunu numbers that, but like...
Yeah, that is not good, is it? I always think that's harsh about the near post.
Yeah, listen, there are times, of course, where you shouldn't get beaten there, but I'm just generally speaking, some of the clips, like, the ones from, like, say someone scored from outside the box, and like the keeper should do better there. And there's always chances. Like, every time a goal goes in, the keeper should. Well, I personally think that I could have saved it. Like, there's only been a few strikes where someone might have just absolutely whipped in the top bin, where you turn around and you're like, you know what, fair enough.
Yeah.
But more times than not, there's always something where you look back and think, I could have done this. I should have been in this position here. But there's ones that, for example, might come through bodies. And it might just go past the keeper here, and everyone's like, well, it's close to him, he should save it. But then the keeper's not seeing it from 25 yards away. He only sees it from 7 yards from once it's come through the defenders. So that becomes a reaction save rather than a long distance shot. So there's that side of it as well. No one really.
Did you watch the Palace game today?
I didn't know.
Oh, right, because you would have been fucking fuming at that. So Eze had a free kick, and he was basically in the net. He basically was in the net before Sanchez had a chance to move, and the commentator was like, "But it was pretty like almost a yard away.
Yeah,
right, that's probably about ish. But the commentator was like, "Oh, he probably should have stopped that." But the ball literally goes past the wall, it's in the net, and Sanchez is like, "What?" Like, there's just no way to cross because it's right next to the wall. It's disallowed anyway because of this mad offside rule. There's just no way to stop that. And I thought when the commentator said it, basically I wouldn't rewatch it, mate, because you might smash your TV up. But even I thought that's somewhat hard.
Like, I understand if it's just him and say it's like him and just Eze, just those two on the pitch, and he strikes from the same distance, you back yourself to save it. But when it's coming through bodies and there's all sort of different things in your peripheral.
No, but Jordan, even if they weren't all there, he smashed it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I saw it in the back before the keeper even moved. That's how bad it was. Like, he smashed it in the back of the net before the keeper even moved. And it's like,
it was knocking someone out in the wall or it was going in the net.
Yeah.
There was no in between.
He smashed it, bro.
No in between.
Yeah.
That's cool. Finishers, there was Harry Kane, Jermaine Defoe. Another one was not a name drop, but Gareth Bale was one of them as well. He was one of those where he would just literally his calves were like fucking that, and he would just literally just wobble the ball, and he was like, he'd tell me to go and go for like 3 kicks, and I'm thinking, oh, for fuck's sake. Doing that, and I was just like, yeah.
Oh, he was Ronaldo before the whole.
Yeah, it was that sort of technique when it first came out, and they're just practicing it, and I was a poor fucker in goal just trying to stop.
On stuff like that though, how much of the because I see some mad goalkeeping drills now. How much of the drills changed from back in the day where you was just in goal for shooting drills and then you did a little bit else outside? Is there have the drills changed massively where it's a lot more focused around you?
Goalkeeper changed massively, same as football in general. There's a lot more they film all the sessions now, so there's a lot more breakdown of your sessions and your techniques and stuff like that. So it's very catered to your weaknesses and stuff like that, so you can work on these sort of things. Back when I was young, you just go and go, and then you wouldn't really have a chance to watch your training back. So now it's very detailed. It's a lot more quick. Like before, it would just be a set of volleys, halves, and a few collapses and stuff like that. But now it's the half volleys and the volleys are kind of being phased out of the game now. All the coaches are striking balls from the floor because it's more realistic. So yeah, it's definitely changed. It's more about speed and realistic sort of shooting rather than getting your technique right and stuff like that. So I think the technique side of things come when you're young, and then when you get to the top level, it's just trying to recreate scenarios that would happen in a match, like cutbacks and all that sort of stuff like that. So it's definitely changed.
I was going to ask as well, sorry. like with the way sort of like obviously I was talking when I was referring to Saints. I was talking about the fact that we're playing three at the back at the moment, and then obviously a lot in terms of like shape and that, a lot tactically changes in front of you. How does that affect you, like the way that you approach your game? Like when whatever's going on in front of you is kind of like changing quite fluidly. Like, does that have an impact on the way you're doing things?
Very good question.
I'm trying to think. Yes and no. I think if you're a keeper and you're in a system that suits you, it definitely helps. Like I talk about Joe Hart when he was at City and Pep came in. Like Joe Hart was one of my favourite keepers, and he was England's number one. And Pep came in, if I'm correct, and he just wasn't for him. So it's like different styles. He wanted someone that was really good with his feet. So if you're in a system that suits you, if you're good with the ball at your feet and you're in a team that's playing out from the back, then you just take it all in your stride. It doesn't really matter what systems you play because they keep you kind of told, it's basic things. Either clip to the fullback, you try to find a guy dropping short in midfield, or you find a centre back. It's like in training in our shape sessions. It's pretty like they give you a structure, so there's a picture in your head when you get the ball. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, but even that, keepers nowadays have to be really good with their feet because you see more and more teams playing out from the back.
Don't get me started.
We asked that question.
Jack is fully against teams at certain levels trying to play out from the back.
I have a rule, Jordan. I have a rule. If you don't own multiple properties in different countries, you simply have not earned the right to play out from the back. So I see the clips of it, and I'm like, you haven't. Why are you trying it? Why are you trying it? And like our manager Ian Everett, man, oh my fucking god, he would just persist with it. But then nothing ever happened. It's not like we had wingers to then see him make it right. It was just pass to death. Like James Trafford was at our place and he was fucking sick. And Pep had asked Everett to do all our style, like how City played.
Yeah.
So you imagine having to. It's like I don't know. Like it's kind of like. I'm trying to liken it to something. It's like we're trying to play City style, but with our players. We're obviously top League One level players.
Yeah.
But it's just painful because it's so easy to play against.
Yeah.
It's so easy to play against. Yes. But in the Premier League, people can't press you like you would in League One because one mistake and that is over. You get the press wrong, pass, you'll concede a goal. Or playing out from the back. What do you honestly think about that? I know it's. Is it more fun and you're involved, or like?
It's definitely more fun when you're involved. Like, I really enjoy it because I came through at Spurs and we were really based on that, like playing out from the back. So I had a good education in that. But I went to I went on loan, then went to Millwall, and I remember I tried to play out once, and the manager there, he absolutely bollocked me. He said, "Don't fucking do that again."
Was that Neil Harris?
Yeah, we just went along to the big man up top, and we played off that at that time. But now I actually really enjoy it. But it's right because if you haven't got players that are comfortable with receiving the ball, then it's not going to happen. Like there's so many times when you get the ball and players kind of half show for it. They're like, "Yeah, I'm showing because the manager said it."
They hide in plain sight. They'll stand behind the striker that's chasing you just so they don't get the ball.
They sort of jockey back in so that the striker's close enough to think, I can't play that pass. He's too close. Let me just go long.
Right. The best ones is when you see someone change the manager midway through a season and they're like, we're going to play a passing out from the back style. And you're like, so let's get this straight, right? The team's already low on confidence, You think you're going to come in midway through a season and go, guys, don't worry, chins up. I know you've had a rough fucking few months. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you way out your own comfort zone in a pressurised scenario, and also we're desperate for points. Like, all right, cool. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Like, it's just, it just baffles me. I can understand it at top level though. Like
it's kind of like a trend though. Like that trend's
it's kind of
not phasing out, but it's kind of like changing a bit because before, like 6, 7, 8 years ago, it was all tick-a-taka and it was like just short passing now. But if you look at the top teams now, they're not afraid to go long as well. Because everyone plays up on the back, the other teams, their staff spend so long during the week, like doing their homework, and they get their presses so good that teams, they have to miss out the press, otherwise you're just going to get closed down and you'll concede a goal. So teams aren't afraid now to miss out the press rather than just try and play their way out. So it's definitely changing a bit.
I actually feel a bit bad for this next bit, Jordan, but I'm gonna have to play it.
Okay. Yes.
It can't have all been good, but talk us through that moment. England under 21s against Scotland under 21s.
100 times that will never happen. It's just one of those things. It's just the timing is wrong and I slice it. And even then you're thinking, all right, I might get away with this here. I've looked over my head, it's gone the back in it. I was like, for fuck. It was some finish. But yeah, it's one of the ones where at that age as well, you just want the ground to just swallow you up. But yeah, if it happened now, it's just one of those things. You just fuck it, it happens.
Yeah.
If it was in the 95th minute of the game, then it'd be like, oh shit. But it wasn't. We ended up getting dicked like 6-0 anyway. So,
I was there, by the way. Yeah, I was there in the crowd. Isn't that shit? Which
just happened, and it just
Scotland under 21s must have some mad managers. Who would have been the manager, or is it someone would have known?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't remember. It wouldn't be someone that you would have known. How long ago? That's 10, 11 years ago now. That honestly.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
How does that even come about? How does the Scotland call up come about? Because obviously, boy from East London. How do you qualify from Scotland, and how does they even get in contact with you?
Can you tell by my strong Scottish accent?
He's got a kilt on. He's got a kilt on off the camera.
When Jim bumped into in Sainsbury's, he was buying haggis, that type of thing, right?
No, it was my mum's side of the family. So my grandparents, they're both Scottish, so I've qualified through that. I think England at the time, on the 19s when I first went up there, they had Jack Butland and a few other ones that were like being really raved about. So I had no chance of getting in there. And my goalkeeper coach said that they'd been in contact and would I fancy it? And I was like, yeah, of course. So I ended up playing under 19s, tons of under 21 games as well. So that's how that came about, yeah. But that go back to that clip. That England under 21 team was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. I watched the highlights earlier, and it was like Sterling, Connor Wickham, John Joe Shelby. Some of the names in there are crazy.
Nathan Redmond.
Nathan Redmond, yeah.
Oh.
Was it not? Who was it? Was it John Joe Shelby or Ross Barkley? One of them.
John Joe Shelby.
Was it John Joe Shelby?
What scored that goal? That's Connor Wickham.
Where's he gone now? Is he still playing?
Oh, to be fair.
Oh, I did. To be honest, because he was like raved about at the time, wasn't he? He was like the next big thing at one point.
Yeah. He had a stint at Palace, didn't he? Am I right in saying? Or
he was at
Palace. Yeah. Is it Charlton? Oh no, he must have retired.
No, he's retired. Yeah, his last club was Charlton.
I just said that, Joe.
Yeah.
Someone's wrote in his Wikipedia that he's a piece of shit and he'd never be able to do that again if he tried 100 times.
Edited 12 minutes ago.
Hawkeye the New it signed off as.
Right, so the Scotland camp knew that you qualified for Scotland and got in touch. They got in touch with you, yeah? Oh, well, that's interesting to know how much research they actually go into things, because...
I don't know how they know all this sort of stuff, but obviously...
Yeah, that's mad to go and to know that your grandparents are Scottish, so they've reached out. Yeah, that's wild.
We've got a 20-year-old left back called Max Conway, 20 years old. He's only ever been he was on loan last year, and he's from Manchester, born in Manchester. He does not and I saw a tweet the other day saying that South African scouts are watching him. Like, how the fuck have you possibly found that? Like, what scenario is that even possible in? But how does it actually? Is there a massive scouting database or something?
He's one of us.
Like whose grandparents are from what and stuff like that.
Yeah, but now it will be you'd imagine that it'll be a lot more in depth. But if you go back, say 12, 13 years, whatever that was, for them to know that back then, it's just crazy, really, when you think about it. Like me and Stocky were talking about the day that Tevez and Mascherano moved to West Ham, and we didn't even have like internet on our phones. It was silly.
Yeah.
Had to pay 10p per text message and stuff like that, but they knew that Jordan had Scottish grandparents.
Yeah.
Okay, we've done the one negative bit. Let's go on to a pretty incredible moment now.
Hey, nothing's negative.
Right, so that moment is, I think everybody would agree, that's a pretty ridiculous save. What goes through your head at the point that the defender tries to play it? That is a defender trying to play it back as well, isn't it?
Is that Mark Beavers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's us.
So the defender tries to play it back. What goes through your head as that goes up in the air?
So I'm obviously a bit relaxed because he's got control of the ball, so I'm starting to push up a bit, and then I've seen him shaping up to play it back, so I'm like, okay, I'm just ready for a back pass here. And then I've just seen his fucking ball just go over my head or come in like in that trajectory, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I did like double look and think like, what the fuck? And then it's just coming, and I've just literally just backpedaled as quick as I can, and I thought, if I catch it here, then it's an indirect free kick on the line, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going back anyway, so I just instantly just went like that, and that could have gone terribly wrong as well, and it could have ended up being an own goal or something. But luckily, I just managed to get my head on it and landed, and my back was in absolute bits. So it was just one of them ones where it's just instinct.
You're going to be on goalkeeping clips forever.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
immortalized on the internet for that save.
It literally it will come right after the Rennie Higuita save against England. It will be that followed up. Two different ways of doing a similar thing.
Let's be real, guys. It's none of us catching it. None of us going. Okay.
I had friends saying that. I would catch it, but then obviously
I would have caught it. I'd have been like, oh shit, and I would have heard the whistle blow, and I was like, what's going on?
To be, in all honesty, I think you would have just fell over backpedaling, to be honest.
You'd still be in the
You ain't
game.
getting nowhere near that.
So no one else is catching it, huh?
How many
I'd get the sun in my eyes.
Oh, please. None of you knows the rules like that. None of you down here know the rules like that. We would have caught it just like this.
Yeah. You probably would just end up catching it, yeah.
Surely Beavers has bought you fucking some beers after that, mate, or a nice bottle of red. Surely you can't just accept a sorry, mate, and a handshake.
I think I won. It was that month that I won League One Player of the Month. And I think it was largely down to that save. So I think so. Actually,
a bit more than that, bro. I feel a bit more than that. Yeah, I definitely would have called that. I always said that to him. So the thing with Jordan, every time he played, and I'd go watch the game, literally he would have the most quiet game ever. And then I wouldn't go to a game and he would have saves like this. He took the piss out of me. Every single time I'll go to a game, it'll be like nothing. It'll be like a 0-0, 1-0, 1-2, 3-0 to Millwall, and he would have the most quiet game. But then I'm at home, and then I see a flipping a save like this. I'm just like, you're actually taking the piss out of me. Like he doesn't like me. He doesn't like me to come to the game. I've never seen Jordan do a big save like
Wow.
at the game. And
That's
when I'm not there, he does the biggest save.
That's a bit harsh.
Okay, one.
Yeah.
That was at Wembley. We'll get to that. That was at Wembley. That the one save you gave me in your whole career. You've had a lot of saves, and I've not been at the stadium for any of them. For just one.
To be fair, on that point,
he knew what he was doing. He's like, yes.
What this is, it's probably a bit of a weird question, but what kind of games do you prefer? Do you prefer the games where you're just like not really involved, or do you like the ones where you do actually have to do a little bit and make a couple of saves?
Good question.
Honestly, I don't know. The main things are a clean sheet. So if you can do absolutely nothing and keep a clean sheet, then it's happy days. So yeah,
90% of the games that I went to. 90% of the games I went to.
You also do want to make some like saves to get your name about and stuff like that. But if you get a clean sheet, because at the end of the day, that goes down in the stat column, and people look at your name and see clean sheet. It's not how many saves you made in the game or something like that. So.
Decent. Right, as Samir was talking about playoff final. I'm not actually. Samir's going to have to take control here because I'm not actually sure what this was about. I haven't got the data on this. You just sent me an image saying playoff final. Samir.
I don't see.
Yeah, there's no way you
was it.
Mate, I'm just going to say, happening it here. There's no chance you caught that ball.
Yeah, let's skip over that because Samir's lost. Right, this one, 2015, 2016, Millwall Player of the Year. Is this the same year as the save, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Decent.
That was 2000. Yeah, it was 2000. That must have happened in 2016, I think it was. It must have been about February times. And that season, we went to the playoff final. I think we finished third in League One. And we ended up getting spanked 3-1 at Wembley against Barnsley, I think it was. Some geezers come in from 30 yards and absolutely ripped it bins. So then we lost that, and then the next year we got into the playoffs on the final game of the season. I think one of our defenders scored in the 86th minute, and that got us into the playoffs. And then we ended up beating Bradford, I think it was, the following year.
You got to get that save, the save that you had in the first minute or two. Or no, wait, I think it was a bit later than that. But it was like 0-0 when you had that save.
Yeah, but the first year when we lost, it was the worst feeling. When you go to Wembley and you lose, it is the worst.
Yeah.
But then the next year we actually went on to win, so it's completely contrast.
Yeah. Decent. Right. I think is this
honestly,
from the playoff final, or is this from the FA Cup run?
Best day.
That's from the FA Cup run.
So this looks like, is it West Brom you're playing here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, mad.
That's Leicester.
Okay. Let's talk us through this. Samir sent me two. I'm guessing these are both from the same games. Two incredible saves.
That was FA Cup. That was the year after Leicester won the league. So I think that was 2016, 17. So they just
16, 17, yeah.
Yeah. we were 1-0 down. Sorry, we were 10 men against them for the whole of the second half. And I ended up making a couple saves, but then we went down the end in the 93rd minute, I think it was, and scored the winner. The place went absolutely mental. And then I think that year we ended up going to the quarterfinals. But it was in this game I actually tore my quad. It was in the 5th minute of the game, and I've never torn a muscle before, so I never knew what it was. I just thought my quad was getting tight. So I played on a bit, just pure adrenaline. It wasn't until the Monday when I went in and I literally couldn't walk. I went for a scan and it said it was a 11 centimeter inch So 11 centimeter tear in my rec fem in my quad. So I played 85 minutes against Leicester in the FA Cup with a torn quad, and we won.
Wow.
But then
Who was the team after that?
Spurs.
Oh, that was that
Wait,
was
so they
hard.
went on to play. Did they knock out Spurs without you in the team?
No. They lost 5-0, I think it was. They got absolutely battered. But that was like my dream tie to go back to Spurs.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm absolutely buzzing. And then, but obviously, I found out a couple of days later that the scan results came back and I had an 11 centimeter tear, and yeah, I was out for 8 weeks, I think it was. So that was my FA Cup done.
That's frustrating. You've already touched on the playoff final. I'm guessing this is the playoff final we were speaking about at the time. The one, is this the one you went on to win? Yeah. Sorry, the pictures are coming up slow.
Yeah.
That was the year before. Oh, jeez. That was the year before.
No. That was a final. That was the one we won, man.
Was that the year before or the same season?
Of what?
Was that the same season?
Cup?
The FA Cup.
That was the same year.
Oh, the same year. Oh, jeez, I thought this was before. I'm not gonna lie, was it? But yeah, this was a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I came back a couple of games before the end of the season, and then we obviously went to the playoff run, and then we won it. That was in the 15th minute. If we conceded that, we'd have lost the game 1,000%. And then we kept it at 0-0, and then Steve Morrison, when I scored in the 86th minute.
Remember that goal?
Because we were, like, as fans, we were there the year before when they lost to Barnsley, and it was almost like I said, it was back-to-back playoffs. So we saw the year before, we saw like Barnsley beat them, and as fans sitting in the crowd,
Oh yeah.
like we absolutely celebrated like it was a goal, like it was so early. He's like we're gonna get on to like what somebody said, but like we absolutely celebrated this like it was a goal, because obviously the year before we lost, we was heartbroken and stuff like that. So the year after, he's made this big save, and yeah, it was like what, like you said, the 15th minutes, Jordan. Huh? I think it's a bit earlier. It felt like it was so much earlier. Like I felt like it was like kick off, bam, let's get on. So, oh yeah, there we go. This is the biggest thing in my life. This is the biggest thing ever.
I remember this.
How does this feel? Someone like David Seaman sending a tweet out specifically at you for a save that you've made.
Hey, listen, that guy was my hero. I remember that save. Was it in the semi-finals of the FA Cup when he clawed it out?
Sheffield United from Pesca Solido.
Yeah.
This guy, I'm being an Arsenal fan as well. So when I got that, I was
so long. Yeah.
What? But it's crazy though, because after the game, you'd think you'd be like over the moon and like joyous. You were all absolutely knackered, like just mentally and emotionally, just like tired. People like you just like dancing about, but honestly, you're just emotionally just drained.
You see a lot of players say that though when like the commentator, because all they've got to say is how was the party afterwards.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of the time, players are like, "Oh yeah, it was quite tame."
Yeah,
that does that because they're just like, "Yeah, we didn't get back till X time because you've got to do all the stuff afterwards, and then you just fucked." Obviously, I'm assuming you wake up the next day with a humongous session on the cards, but like you are going to be messed up, though, aren't you? Like,
yeah, but yeah, it's crazy. It's just like emotionally, like you just feel like fatigued. You've had all these highs and different like spikes of being up, down, and then by the time it all settles and with your families and stuff, you're just literally like fucking up. But then we actually had an open bar. Staying at, so then we got back and it was like, you know what?
I paid for everything. I paid for everything.
That was it. So Samir went to the bar a lot that night, yeah, because you don't often see it, but I'm guessing you saw it loads like that.
I paid for everything. It's an open bar. I was like, guys, every round is on me.
because of the year before, Jordan, do you have a bit? Obviously, it's football and it's your profession, clearly. But like, because of the year before, do you have a tiny bit more sympathy the other team at full time because of
1,000%.
or you just don't care?
No, of course. Like, I went up to like see those players that go up to the other team at the final whistle. I actually went up to a few of their players because they're obviously like just both been to war. Like we're all just fucked. So then you have respect for your opponent as well. It's different if the game's a bit a bit like cagey and there's scraps going off and because when that happens, then you're just like, well,
someone's telling you you're gonna lose.
Yeah, but when it's like a neutral, like both like respect, and once the whistle goes, you get that initial like euphoria, but then once that few seconds go, then you obviously see their players on the floor, and you go and shake their hands. But then once you do that, then people start coming on the pitch. You get the champagne bottles, the flags and stuff, and then you get another lift, and then So it's a bit up and down because you got that, and then you got interviews, and then you got to wait to do you got to walk up the steps, and then you got to come back down and do another lifting as well. So there's a lot of like stop start and things like that. So once that's done, you're just absolutely just.
And then someone says to you, "Oh, David Seaman's tweeted about you." You're like, "Sorry,
I was just about to say that. I was there with him like obviously the day after. So like, explain to us like when you saw that tweet because you were just like, "Oh yeah, David Seaman has just tweeted." I was like, "Excuse me." So explain the whole like David Seaman tweet, like seeing that like because I remember David Seaman was a hero of yours, and Go on.
I just got on the coach and I was going through my phone because obviously you're getting so many like messages and stuff like that. So I was just reading through it and I saw David Seaman. I was like, "Oh, fuck!" Like, has he actually mentioned me? And I kind of like it took me a second to actually like realize because he was obviously one of my idols. And I actually stupidly replied to it. I replied to it with a picture of me holding the trophy, which I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to add that picture to it. I'm thinking he's thinking. Who the fuck is
this? Just flexing at David Seaman, Like.
You ever won one of these, mate?
Where's yours? Where's yours?
I'll see you, Latournois, and I'll raise you, like.
Show me your trophy.
I saw it and just deleted it quickly and obviously wrote a message to say thank you, like it means a lot and stuff like that.
The dick pic, mate. It could be a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Yeah,
especially if it's mine. Then trust me, Jesus Christ.
We kind of skirted over something a couple of minutes ago. So obviously you signed Tottenham first, but you're an Arsenal fan. Like, was there ever any conflict in those times when you was a Tottenham player, but as an Arsenal fan? Did that ever cross your mind? Anything? Did that affect you in any way?
Just going to throw this out there. I'm not going to name it, but there were a few others as well. There were Arsenal fans playing for Spurs as well. So, no, it gets to the point where you're playing for that club. You're representing that club. So.
We didn't name.
No, I can't name names. So that your livelihood is that club. Like you're trying to win for that club. So obviously, although I might have hated them growing up, I found a lot of a newfound respect for them. So I'm not going to sit here and say I hate Spurs and this and that because obviously I spent 6 years there, I think it was. So I've got a lot of love for the people like behind the scenes of the club as well. So
what happens on North London Derby Day?
If I was able to play in one, which obviously I didn't, then I'd obviously want the team I'm playing for to win because you want to win games yourself. But I knew if I was playing for Spurs and you did win, I'd get off the pitch and Samir would be absolutely fucking fuming. But now,
I'm not part of this.
Once you're playing, you kind of like, even now to a certain extent, I don't really follow Arsenal as much as I did before. I went into football because I don't know.
You're doing your own thing.
You're more focused on the team you're playing for.
Yeah.
Is there a particular club that you played for?
Matches though, innit, on a Saturday because you're playing. It's not like you can build. I can't. I'll just pop down to the ground. I can't for the next 15 years of life.
Are there any of your clubs that you've ended up playing for that you've actually kind of still got that affinity to, even now that you're not playing for them?
Most of them, yeah. Like most of them, I'll still check up on them. Yeah, because you spend time there. You know, you meet the fans and stuff like that. There wasn't really like I think Millwall the first 3 years there was really good. Like it really well for them, and then the last year the fans just went complete opposite. They turned on me a lot, which was rightly so because I started to make a few mistakes and stuff like that. So that ended in a sour way. But you know, if they were to go up to the Premier League or do something like that, then I'd still be buzzing for them as well. So it's not like I don't really hate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So am I. I'm buzzing for him to go up. I said it on last week's pod. I'm dying for him to go up just to see the fucking Met Police crumble on match day. I'm on my knees.
Right.
I'm on my knees for him to just be a Bournemouth and take over. But Bournemouth on a Maybank holiday when they've been relegated, my dream.
It'd essentially be GTA 7, wouldn't it? You know, like we haven't even got around to 6 yet, but like,
I'd love it. Dying for it.
Permanently on the 12:45 on a Saturday, just because like that's the best way to police it.
9:45.
5:35 and 5:30.
Sky's first breakfast kickoff. They're not even calling it brunch. They're not even got brunch territory. It's just straight breakfast.
These are going off from early. They're like, nah, 12 you must be crazy.
Okay, so from the under-21s to a full cap and a start. Was this away to Peru? Am I right in saying that?
It was.
That is sick.
It was one of those. It was at the end of the season. Like you see, you get those friendlies at the end of the season. It was one of those. I've been in a camp quite a few times. I've been in so many camps, and then I think it was ahead of me was Craig Gordon and McGregor. I think it was.
Yeah, big Callum McGregor.
So they played most of the games. So this was. I don't think they came. They never came on that trip. So I ended up getting my debut in that game. But we ended up losing. So that's like shit. But yeah, to make the debut at a place like that as well, like playing over there is completely different. Like, it's crazy. Even like in terms of pitches and all that sort of stuff. Like we're going up to the game, and there's all sorts of fans already outside with flares and shit like that. You're thinking it's a fucking friendly. No. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, they're just a lot more passionate over that side of the pond. But we ended up losing the game. So, but that was a big moment. I think I found out a couple of years after. I think I did an interview with David James, and he came out saying I think I was the first black player first black keeper to play for Scotland, something like that as well, which I never knew at the time. But yeah, so incredible. So a bit of history.
You surely must have played another game.
In Peru.
You didn't go to Peru just for one game, surely.
Yeah, no, we had Mexico as well. But the other keeper played in that game. That was the second game that he played in. So it was 2 games. So
it must have been pretty hectic fan-wise, though, surely. Like, going around like Mexico must be just as crazy, surely.
Yeah, well, both of the countries there was like, you cannot leave the hotel.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Wow.
Was that just you, or was that the whole squad?
The security and stuff. I was like, you can't go out. Just for safety.
Did you get to send Mitch a selfie of you and Nobby Solano, or?
Was he the manager then? I was like, oh gosh.
Who was the Scotland manager at that time?
Was it? I think it was
McLeish, wasn't it?
It was McLeish, yeah. It was.
Oh, damn, Stocky.
Wow.
I did my research, mate. I don't come in dry.
I was about to say, that is some crazy. How the hell did you know that?
No, from the off, that's more than research.
Big Jack's encyclopedia.
You've got to be thorough about these things.
I've just realised the picture hasn't even come up. We've been talking about it this whole time, and we're still looking at David Seaman's tweet.
Yeah,
how was training in Scotland? How was training with the Scottish players? Was it a lot harder than, say, being at Tottenham?
Nah. There were some good players,
was the stand by a bit.
The standard at Spurs was a different level, like to anything I'd ever seen before. So training with these guys, it was good, but no disrespect to most of them were either Championship or there may have been a few in the Premier League, or most of them play up in Scotland, so they weren't like playing for Arsenal's and them at the time. You got McGinn in there, who's obviously gone on to do certain things, McTominay as well, but they were still young.
McTominay, yeah.
Yeah, but they were also young at the time, so they hadn't really, got to that level yet. So the standard was good, but it was nowhere near Spurs. Spurs was the best players in the world coming into one sort of team, really.
Like socially, like how does an international camp differ from being like the day-to-day camaraderie of being in like a club side?
I think for us it kind of helped because most of us came through the 19s and the 21s together, so you kind of come through the ranks with a few older heads in there, but everyone's really chilled. You get put up in your hotel, you can't really leave because up there if you've got a Scotland international player walking down the street to go and pick up a coffee or something, you're just in your hotel and just like chilling out, but they take care of all your needs and that sort of thing. So I was really relaxed. I used to love it because I used to come home with all these Adidas socks, these Adidas base layers and stuff like that. I nicked a lot of it, so now I was.
Yeah, Samir would wear it at training. He had all your kits, all of your kits, so you could turn up to him. It's always Mezziga, you ain't Scottish. What are you trying?
I bet Samir was in your agent's ear going, get him away from Tottenham so I can get some merch, man. Can't wear none of the Tottenham stuff.
I'll be real, the only ones I did not wear was Tottenham. Everywhere I wore, I did not wearing Tottenham. I wore Scotland proudly. I wore Scotland training kits proudly. And yeah, everything else, not Tottenham. Yeah, that was funny.
To be fair, it's a fantastic career. You've even ended up being you're going to end up on a goalkeeper's highlights reel forever. You're going to be in quiz questions for the first Black Scottish goalkeeper. So, to be fair, if people were going to roll out a career, you've got a lot of things that people would want in there. So yeah, I can't do anything other than commend you, to be fair.
Honestly, man. Amazing career, honestly.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest saves of history, like compared to the Scorpion. You're up there, man.
Tweets from David Seaman. There's a lot of
David Seaman.
It's like a double save, though. That save's like a double save because you've obviously saved it, but you've also saved Mark Beavers from being on like a compilation, Bale's compilation video.
Yeah.
You're going to be on. It's like that's a sliding doors moment there for you. You're on the video that he's sick, and you've stopped him being on like the fucking Bale's video. Like
that might be the worst on goal of all time.
Yeah. But coincidentally, now the best day.
No, honestly, amazing career, man. Honestly,
yeah. Kind of half.
He's not retired, has he?
There's still more to come.
Are we fucking hell? We've got the champagne.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
He's younger than all of us.
No free bar. No free bar.
No free bar.
No. Samir's just gonna go offline now.
He's gonna be that guy that gets right in the corner of the table and be like, "It's your turn to get a drink, man. I can't get out. Everybody's got to move for me to get out. Why don't you go?"
Yeah, you know about that one, Mitchell.
Actually, the transfer window's still open. Isn't it? The transfer window's still open.
Yeah. Pivoting slightly away from the playing side, slightly. Obviously, you're a husband, a dad. How does that change your sort of outlook on the football life? Does it make you... It's a hard one to explain of what I'm trying to say. Does it make you want to... Because all of the away days and the training and stuff like that, it must be hard to then say you've got long trips away and you've got a couple of ways back to back. It must be quite hard to up and leave the family, or do they come with you on trips like that and stuff?
No, yeah, it's definitely hard, especially him being so young. He's a year and a half now, so it's a great time to be around him. Progress and all that. But we go away. So every away game we go the night before. Whether that's a Tuesday night game, we'd go to Monday and stay overnight until Tuesday, or if it's a Saturday game, we'd go Friday. So you're away from your family for a day or two, which obviously doesn't seem like a lot, but when you've got a young kid and family at home as well, it definitely takes its toll. But, my missus is amazing, so she takes care of all that sort of stuff, which allows me to just be there and just chill out and stuff like that. But yeah, it definitely changes your perspective, because when you haven't got a child and you're playing football, it's all about yourself. So you can come home and you can nap, you just chill.
That's the biggest part.
Your boxers and just chill out, the balls out and stuff like that. But now I get home and it's literally like another session. So I get home about 2:30, 3, and then as soon as I walk through the door, he's up from his nap. So he's there like da. And then I'm chasing him about until 6, 7 o'clock as well. So it's definitely full on, but it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Must help your reflexes as well. This stage now, as he's starting to walk and run about.
Hey, listen,
to be fair, he's in literally safe hands, isn't he?
That's genius.
He's left-footed as well.
Oh yeah,
he's left-footed, and he tried picking up the ball the other day. I said, "Don't you fucking dare!"
Yeah, you ain't picking up that ball. You better kick that ball. You better kick that ball.
He's not even allowed gloves
use
in the
your
winter.
head or your feet.
Yeah,
not your hands.
You are not going in goal.
His hands are getting cold. Put his mittens on. He's not wearing no gloves for anything ever.
Honestly, he's the future, man. He's the future. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, quality stuff. Right, has anybody got any more questions for Jordan?
Yes. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Go for it. It's not about shirt sleeves, is it?
No, I feel it's a bit hard to keep. I do have a thing about shirt sleeves, and they are pissing me off. But if you just Google Estepinian's AC Milan signing photo, it's just non-existent. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, that's I've got a question I've always wanted to know the answer to. Right? Who does players' Wikipedias? And don't tell me it's some sort of secret. I need to know who creates them.
I do not know. I do not know.
So this is what I mean. Like the Scotland thing. For fuck's sake! What?
I don't think Jordan knows.
Yeah. I don't want to bore you with it.
He don't know.
Yeah. That's a whole other podcast I'm going to do on my own because no one's interested in it. But I just the detail in it, and because it's clearly not wrote in first person, I just think, who the fuck writes them?
I honestly haven't got a clue. I remember for years my my height and my weight was completely off. I must have been I was registered as like 5'8" or something, and I didn't know how to change it. But then eventually changed. I have no clue who goes on there.
So someone has done your Wikipedia page, and you do. Oh fucking Samir!
It's so true. I tried to guess.
Yeah,
Stop! You must have wondered this question. Don't do me like this. You must have thought.
Detailed as well.
Seriously detailed.
I always thought that you could just log in and edit Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's why he's 6'9".
Yeah, but you got to
Seaman grew up being Jordan's idol.
Yeah, so true. You know that.
Right, so we still don't know the answer then. Fuck.
No.
So, sorry, Jack, you're going to have to search somewhere else for that one.
Right.
Yeah, never will.
I suppose last one from me would be like, I've kind of leading on. Oh, go on, Stocks, man. Go crack on. No, go on, mate. Go.
I was going to say, have you ever had an offer from a board? And if you did, obviously it's a bit different. It's a bit different now because you got.
If an offer came in, and they would pay me more than what I'm getting paid now, I'll be straight up. I'll be straight up.
Nice.
Okay. I'll go anywhere.
Nice answer. That's a nice answer.
To be fair, your son's at a good age where you can still kind of up and locate to places because he hasn't got sort of like proper friend groups and stuff like that to worry about at this point.
Yeah, it's different. Like, there's loads of players that you come across. They've got kids in school and stuff like that, and they've got to get up and move and change schools and stuff like that. So that must be hard.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with him, an offer came in I don't know, Kazakhstan for $100 a week. I'm like, I'm packing my bags. I'm there now. I'm going straight there. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because they're like a unit. So you just.
I got a question. What happened to your cricket career?
What?
What happened to your cricket career? Huh? What happened to that?
Are you feeling all right, Subit?
No, because I wanted to talk to you about mine.
What happened to yours?
Well, no, when I asked you first.
No, I actually still try to play though. I actually in the summer, I try to get a couple of games and you get 6 weeks off. So I try to get a couple of games in the summers with some of my old friends and stuff. But I haven't been able to do that for a couple of years. But there's something else to do.
So when
Sean Longstaff does that.
Yeah. He's good.
Cricket.
Yeah, Sean Longstaff goes and plays cricket for his local side.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I just see that's Jordan. There's another Jordan Archer, by the way, in the world today in cricket.
In cricket, Jofra Archer.
Yeah.
Jofra Archer.
Same thing. It should have been you.
What is wrong with this guy, man?
He's also the fastest bowler in the world, and he's like,
Hey, Jordan was the fast bowler as well, you know.
really?
I was really quick. Yeah.
He was real quick, you know.
That distribution, isn't it?
When the day finally comes and you retire, and you're like, but just to let you know, I'm going to start playing cricket. Your missus might actually be within her rights to be not happy about that. Like, Jordan, it's fucking winter. Do you play now? Yeah. I'm going to take training really seriously as well, 4 days a week.
That definitely won't. Away days definitely won't only be 2 nights. Full on test match.
There's no way.
Right, John, you had another question, didn't you, John?
Oh yeah, I got one silly one and one actual serious one. The silly one was like, do you ever go onto like FIFA or FM and like check out your ratings and stuff like that, or like sort of compare it?
I've not played FIFA in about 7-8 years.
Fair play.
I do still play stuff, but I play like COD and other games like that.
Fair.
I just can't think of anything worse than playing football during the day and then going home and playing another video game, playing football again.
Bossman's holiday, isn't it? Yeah. So.
Wait. Before we pivot away from that point, I did actually do a little bit of research earlier. And if you was ever curious...
I can't wait for Jordan to know his stats exactly. That lie is just going to crumble instantly. I
don't know how clear that is on your screen, but this is not the most recent, but the last FM game, how they've got you statistically. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You shit at taking
Let me flex to that. Hey, Jordan, your stamina. Nah, Jordan's stamina is definitely better.
Hey, 60s.
Hey, Jordan, they didn't rate your fitness.
Like, fast bowling's only 14, you know, like.
They didn't rate Jordan. Jordan used to win a lot of races in training, you know. I'm just saying, like, he went last. Like, as a keeper, you'd think, oh shit, these lot are last.
So
why? The top level athletes. He's not Neville Southall, man. What are you going on about?
Jordan was fast. I was faster than him. I was faster than Jordan, but he was always second.
You were not faster than me.
I was faster than you, bro.
You're not.
I was faster than you.
Samir, you forget that some of us on here have seen you run. I do not believe that for a second.
Stocks.
No, you were slower than me. And that's saying something.
I was fast, man. I was very fast as a kid. I was a very cute man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wait, was that your silly one or your serious one, John?
Oh, that was my silly one. Like, I know my serious one was just more like going back to what Mitch was saying about having the young family. Like, do you start looking at sort of like the post-football career and sort of like thinking, is there like a route that you'd want to go down?
Definitely, yeah, but I think that comes with age as well. I think when you're young, but when you're in your early 20s, you don't really think about retiring in that sense. We've still got so many years ahead of you. But as you get to my sort of age, yeah, you definitely do start to like think about things like that as well. And also in terms of places that you want to live, because you could be anywhere in a country, so you've got to try and find a base for you and your family. So there's that as well. But then obviously after football, you've got to like decide, do you actually want to stay in football? So then that comes into like coaching or what other avenue players might be, agents or media or things like that. So if you told me about 6-7 years ago, would you want to be a coach? I'd be like, fuck that. But now it's starting to become more appealing as I get older and more I see the game differently as well. So yeah,
Cheeky cricket renaissance, little T20 career or something like.
Let's go, Jordan. Let's go.
That's right.
Let's
go.
Hey, back yourself, man.
He's been trying to get rid of you for 20 years, man. He doesn't want you with his cricket career.
Hey, I was better than Jordan, man. I had Jordan. I was better than you.
You actually were better than me at 7 pennies, though. You actually used to be really good.
Thank you very much, guys. I should be a goalkeeper. Actually, I should be a goalkeeper. Let's just put it out there.
Well,
yeah, Mitch is hating.
I'm not hating at all. You could be a goalkeeper if you want. You certainly can't take penalties, so you might as well save them.
Hey, listen. After that game, I scored 3 in a row, so you can fuck off his eye.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to dedicate a whole episode.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that.
Yeah. We'll pick that up another time.
I want a Hale End episode. I think it'd be amazing. Genuinely.
Yeah, to be fair, when we're winding down and want to get cancelled, that might be a good idea. That has got end of the pod written all over it.
Everyone needs a drink. What an episode. Thank you, John. Cancelled. Thank you so much, man.
After the playoffs, after the big wins, do you have some mad celebrations? Is there like a real good team like that?
No, we went home and slept. We went home and slept.
No, there's an open bar for all the family and friends, but then it's up to you guys if you want to go off.
We went home and slept.
I think some clubs they have like Vegas trips booked or things like that. That's obviously dependent on what club you're at. But
I did see a lot of footballers open, even despite their lives, were all openly jealous of Wrexham. Because they did great. A lot of footballers, and you think, well, you could just arrange it yourself and go. But I think obviously because of who they were with and who they met and that, they were just like, that is a proper trip.
Yeah,
3 years in a row they did it, didn't they?
Wrexham crazy, because I actually turned. I'll word this correctly. They were interested in me when they were in league. They just came up to League 2, and I was thinking, this team just come up from the conference. I was like, I don't really want to drop down to League 2 at this point. I was in the Championship. I was just like, and I turned it down. But obviously, I didn't know what it's become today. So.
Happening, yeah.
Yeah, so it's hindsight, but yeah, I obviously never knew.
Yeah,
I reckon you'd.
So we're all Wrexham haters here, so that's great news. You did turn them down. That's exactly what you did. You laughed in the face.
Personally, I reckon you'd have saved Manning's free kick last week. You know what I mean? It's just like.
Right. If no one's got any other questions, I think it's about time to wrap. Jordan, have you got anything you'd like to plug as honorary owl for the evening? Have you got anything you'd like to plug that's going on in your life that you'd like to give a shout out?
No. I just want to give a shout out to you guys, man. I've obviously spoken to Samir about it, and I've watched a few episodes, man, and I really enjoy it. So I'm just keep it going, man. I'm more than happy to jump on again if I'm welcomed on, So just thank you.
Yeah, would 100% have you back. Thank you for coming on. It is very much appreciated. Like it's all of us have been looking forward to this since it was first touted. So yeah, love it. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks. Cheers for your time, mate.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Right, Tamir, before we go, are you still coherent to do your shout outs, or have you even forgot about them?
No, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it, yeah? You don't sound like you want to do it.
No,
I've even got trackers at the bottom of the screen for you. How about that?
That's my little brother. He's got his tracksuit that I want all of us to wear.
That's
to find justice. Yeah, no, man, we gotta get out of there because that's honestly, like I said in my Instagram, like honestly, you bring up a tracksuit that's better than this, and I'll just tell you a liar because it's the best tracksuit out there. It is honestly the best tracksuit out there. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us to wear that. Honestly, the tracksuit is the best tracksuit out there. Divine Justice, follow the QR code on there, and you won't be disappointed. And then I've got another one, Mitch.
Yeah, it's there. It's ready to go.
There we go. This is my cousin. Obviously, he's a bartender. He's got he's called his whole company called Alengi in Congolese. That means delicious. And he's honestly the best bartender out there. He's worked with the likes of David Beckham and amongst others in terms of bartending. So obviously follow that page. And if you need any drinks, if you need any like bartending, follow that guy as well. But yeah, he's the best, man. Honestly, just follow him. And
Cool.
I think that was quite appropriate that you are saying how good he's delivering alcoholic drinks. You could say you've only had one of his drinks, and then that would be like everyone's following him the next day.
Yeah, but then did I not just say David Beckham? I said David Beckham.
You did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Victoria, they were both there. So I'm just saying, Victoria and David were both there, and they gave him a thumbs up. All right.
Cool. Both links will be in the description of the video. So if you want to follow, grab a tracksuit, reach out for some bartending, do that. Once again, Jordan, it has been fantastic. Thank you for coming on. Definitely have you back again.
Thank you, Jordan, man.
So guys, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
To all those that have watched, like, share, subscribe. If not, we'll see you next Sunday, 9 p.m. Take care, everybody.
All the best.
See you later.
See you later, guys.